Hey there, Marguerita here with another EFT tapping video for you, and today we are focusing on one of the primary reasons so many people never achieve the wealth and the freedom and the success that they want, and that is because they are so invested in other people's opinions of themselves. They're seeking validation, approval, acknowledgement, acceptance. And this is a primary need for them, so they will make decisions and choices that stop them taking the action that they need to take because they're too afraid of losing the acceptance and the validation and approval of others, or having the disapproval of others, getting judged and criticized by others. This is huge for the vast majority of people. I see it all the time. They're like, I can't do this because I'm, because of this, this, and this. And I don't know why I'm stuck. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you're too afraid of what your friends or your family or what other people are going to think of you. Now, those people are not paying your bills, are they? And if they are, then it's probably about time that you were able to create your wealth your way, so you didn't need their validation and approval to just exist. You don't need anybody's validation or approval to exist. You don't need permission to go after your goals, your dreams, to live life your way. Enough living life by everybody else's version of who you should be, how you should show up, what you should do, how you should behave. Enough already, okay? So firstly, where we're going to start is I want you to think about something that you have been procrastinating on doing because you're too worried about what somebody else or a group of people will think of you. There's got to be something. Okay, I want you to think about that. On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is that concern about what others will think of you? Okay, so now let's get started by tapping on the side of the hand and repeat after me. Even though I'm afraid of their disapproval and their rejection, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me. Even though I'm afraid of being rejected, criticized, judged, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me right now. Even though I'm afraid they'll say nasty things about me, I deeply and completely love and accept who I am and how I feel right now. Okay, tapping through the points, starting with the inside of the eye. I really need their approval and acceptance. I want their acknowledgement. I want the validation. I want their approval. I want them to accept me. I want to feel like I belong. I don't want their rejection. I'm afraid of being judged and criticized. I'm afraid of being humiliated. I'm afraid they'll reject me. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear of judgment and criticism. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear of rejection and disapproval. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear of being disliked. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear of other people's opinions. I destroy, uncreate, and delete this fear of them saying nasty things about me. I destroy, uncreate, and delete needing their approval. I destroy, uncreate, and delete, needing their acceptance. I destroy, uncreate, and delete, needing their validation. I destroy, uncreate, and delete, needing to belong. I destroy, uncreate, and delete, sacrificing my dreams to please others and to earn their approval. I release this fear of rejection, judgment, and criticism. I release this fear of the opinions of others. I release this fear of the disapproval of others. I release the need for validation, acceptance, and approval. I destroy and uncreate, sacrificing my dreams in order to please others. Okay, deep breath. Let it out. Again, deep breath. And let it out. Okay, so go back and rate that thing that you've been stopping yourself from doing because you're too afraid of the opinions of others, of what others might think about you. On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is that? Now, this might take a while for you to work on because this is hardwired into our brains. It's actually a primal need because humans are born, we're one of the very few creatures on the planet who are born completely and utterly helpless. That's why I have a suspicion that we didn't actually evolve with the planet. I have some weird and wacky ideas about how we actually got here. But that aside, completely irrelevant, but we are completely helpless when we arrive here. We depend and rely on the care of others, otherwise we die. So if we are rejected by the tribe and we are outcast by the tribe, then we could die. Even from a distant past, if we were outcast by the tribe, because the tribe and the community, we survived and thrived together. But if you were cast out, then there's a high likelihood that you would die out in the wilderness on your own. So we're hardwired to be a part of the tribe. And in order to do that, we need the acceptance and approval, and we need to adopt the tribal laws. Okay? So this is not some random thing. It's actually a part of our primal brain. So releasing this is such a huge weight and will free you and liberate you so much. And if you look at some of the most wealthy and successful people in the world, they have the courage to be disliked. They don't have a whole lot of weight and investment on the acceptance and approval of others. They do what they want, when they want, and they achieve great things as a consequence. Now, I know that you are a conscious spiritual being who wants everything to be for the best of others. But by holding yourself back, who is that helping? It's not helping anyone, is it? When you, as a conscious spiritual entrepreneur, when you are wealthy AF, how much good are you going to do in the world? So how is holding yourself back, needing the acceptance and approval of others, how is that serving the planet? It's not. It's not serving you either. Okay, so a little pep talk there. Now, before we get into the positive tapping round, if you would like help to actually create your life and your wealth by design, I can give you an entire framework for that and walk you through step by step how to create a strategic action plan that gets you from where you are to where you want to be a lot faster. My Wealth by Design workshop is totally free. The link is in the description below. All you need to do is go and click on that and register. You can actually pause the video, do that now, and then come back because we're going to do a positive tapping now. But pause the video, go and register. Great. Now that you've registered, thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you on the workshop. Let's get into the positive tapping round. I love that I am free to do what I want when I want. I love that I don't need the acceptance and approval of others. I love that I don't care about anybody else's opinion. I love that other people's opinions of me are completely invalid. They can have their opinions. They can judge and criticize me if they want. I don't care. I love that I don't care about the acceptance and approval of others. I don't need their validation. I don't need their acceptance and approval. I choose to live my life my way. I don't need anybody else's permission. I don't need their validation. Their opinion is their opinion. I choose to have the courage to be disliked. I choose to have the courage to show up as 100% authentically me. And if people don't like it, then that's not my problem. That's actually their problem. I don't care about what anybody else thinks of me. I don't need their approval. I don't need their permission. I don't need their acceptance. I don't need their validation. And I certainly don't need them to like me. Because if they don't like me for me, then maybe I deserve better in my life. Because I'm not going to allow anybody else's opinion to hold me back anymore. I choose to be free. Free from the need for the acceptance and approval of others. I am free to be me. I am free to go after my goals and dreams. I am free to do what I want when I want. I am free to be all of me. And I do not care about anybody else's opinion or their judgment and criticism. Okay, deep breath. Let it out. Another deep breath. Oh, and release it. Okay, sweet. So, how do you feel now? If you think about the action that you've been stalling and procrastinating on because you're afraid of somebody else's judgment and opinion, how intense is that now on a scale of 0 to 10? Now, as I said, this is hardwired into our brain. So it doesn't mean that you will stop caring altogether about what other people think, but it does mean that you will be more free to take the action that you need to take to get out of your own way and to stop allowing those opinions and others, because everybody's got an opinion about every damn thing, right? And it's based on their biases, on their conditioning, on their values, and that's their gig. It's not yours. And often their opinion and their disapproval is just a projection of what they disapprove of about themselves. Imagine if we encouraged everybody to be the best and most powerful version of themselves all the time without the weight of judgment and criticism. Imagine a world like that. You can help to create a world like that. So I do look forward to seeing you on my Wealth by Design workshop. If you have enjoyed this and you found it beneficial, then do me a favor, like and subscribe, comment below. And if you would like another EFT tapping video, then you're going to love this one because it's about saying yes to you. So it's along the same lines. It's an absolute game changer. You can check this one out next.